From far and wide, Oilers fans, this is Dolynny TV. And welcome back to another edition of Dolynny TV Edmonton Oilers Talks. I'm Tyson, as we're going to get into the whole Jesse Puljujärvi thing. I know I'm a few days behind, but now we've finally seen the full fallout, right? We've totally seen everything finally happen up until a move, a send down, whatever's coming being made. Now, the reason I have the New York Islanders versus Edmonton Oilers graphic from last night on the screen is to showcase one thing, and one thing only, for Jesse Puljujärvi. He can't be a part of this. You can't have a top 4 pick that you're trying to develop on the fourth line being a part of 5-2 losses, 3-1 losses in general every single night. Doesn't work, especially when he's a healthy scratch. So without that, I'll take that away for right now. We don't need to stare at that ugly, disappointing result from last night anymore. And essentially, I'm going to get right into my points because, like I said, for Jesse Puljujärvi, it's been a tough road this season. He's been in the AHL for 4 games. He's had 4 points there, and he was looking really good. And then all of a sudden, Ken Hitchcock's like, oh, yeah, I want him. Bring him up. I need him. I want to develop him. And you've seen exactly how that has not worked out for Jesse Puljujärvi so far. So the one thing I would get to is just kind of show you guys what I mean by not worked out so far this year. Let's get to his Cap Friendly. I think Cap Friendly has his stats for the season. I'm hoping right there, Edmonton Oilers. So Jesse Puljujärvi, in 46 games played as a top 4 pick in the NHL, has 9 points. He's a -14. Yeah, I mean, those numbers actually catch me by surprise a little bit because I thought they were going to be lower. I thought they were like 6 or 7 points. I didn't expect 4 goals. I didn't expect 5 assists. But I guess there was a period there between 2 or 3 games where he did pile on 2 assists, and he did have a couple of earlier season points. So, like I said, just can't be a part of what the Oilers aren't doing right now. And that's the thing. It's not so much what the Oilers are doing, it's what they aren't doing. And what they aren't doing is winning. For Jesse Puljujärvi to develop, he needs to be a part of a team that wants to win, that's going to win. And honestly, Jesse Puljujärvi can't be the one that makes them win right now at his age. That's what I'm saying, is you can't have him willing them to win, let alone Connor McDavid willing them to win. Let's be serious. But Jesse Puljujärvi needs to just be a part of a team that is going on a run, getting it done, and he can be a character that helps. Not a character that leads, but a character that helps, just to learn from the guys that are leading the way how to lead the way, if you understand what I'm getting at, right? And so for Jesse Puljujärvi right now, as much as is being made, the trade option, I don't buy it. I don't want it to happen. Jesse Puljujärvi deserves to come on top in Edmonton, if you know what I mean. He deserves to rise to the top and be up there with either Connor McDavid or Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the second or first line every single night from here on out till who knows when he's old and needs to be traded for a pick to get us back into the playoffs kind of deal. But that's 10, 15 years away is what I'm hoping. However, I know he's an RFA at the end of the year. There's a lot to be made of what to do with Jesse Puljujärvi. That's for sure. And honestly, the option I have for you is just send him to the AHL. As I said, he needs to go to somewhere that's going to win. That's my next point, because the problem is, guys, the trade option is a disaster. As much as I like the 2 moves Keith Gretzky has made as general manager, interim general manager, the Oilers are still listing him as assistant general manager, so who knows who's really calling the shots, right? Obviously, Old Boys Club probably. I don't want to push that theory too much right there. But Keith Gretzky made 2 good moves, stood in front, took the blame, and absolutely fronted well yesterday pre-game before the New York Islanders game. So no blame there. But are you really going to trust your interim general manager at the trade deadline to trade a top 4 pick from only a few drafts ago when you haven't seen the Jesse Puljujärvi you drafted, right? Obviously, when you're scouting a player, you see the player he's going to be in the NHL, the player he is, and the player he's going to be along his development. Well, right now, we're not seeing any kind of player out of Jesse Puljujärvi. We're seeing a young kid with a long stick and an awkward body who doesn't really use his size to his advantage. I think those 4 points are everybody who has ever complained about Jesse Puljujärvi's complaints summed up in 4 fingers on my hand. So to go out and trade that and try and get max value and hope some team really sees something that somehow Ken Hitchcock has missed, Todd McLellan's missed, Peter Chiarelli's missed, up until this point Keith Gretzky has missed, Bob Nicholson's missed, Derek Cates has missed, anybody involved with the Oilers organization, Vivrios, Yanni, Gulletson, Woodcroft, right? You can list off any name you want in the Oilers organization. So far, everybody has missed on how to get the best possible game out of Jesse Puljujärvi, except for, we take a look at his AHL stats this year, and this is where I'm going to get into my next point, is you go down there to the AHL stats. He went down there, and he was hungry. One thing that stands out with me when it comes to Jesse Puljujärvi in the minors in those 4 games, he got into a fight. His first pro fight. And he's not doing it in the NHL standing up for a teammate or anything. He's doing it for himself, not to get pushed around in the minors after being demoted. That right there was the most positive sign, the most positive thing I have seen out of Jesse Puljujärvi all year. And that's pretty sad when it's an AHL fight. However, you send him back down there, look what could happen. So, in 17-18, he played 10 games down there in Bakersfield, had a whopping 5 points in 10 games. He actually had a pretty good season last year, 20 points in 65 games, but again, we were a losing product and just a terrible time. However, that first year in Bakersfield, 16-17 after the draft, 39 games played, 12 goals, 16 assists, 28 points. Now, you're going to put him down here at the end of his entry-level contract to play out the season, is my hope. You imagine what this team could do with Jesse Puljujärvi if they're already riding a 15-game win streak. I mean, you've got Tyler Benson, you've got guys just out to lunch doing awesome things. Young guys, old guys, mid-age guys doing a good mix of things. Let's get Bakersfield's stats here because I really want to read off a couple of stat lines that Jesse Puljujärvi could probably benefit from. You look at Tyler Benson. Tyler Benson, a left winger, 43 points. Cooper Marody, 39 games played, 39 points. I believe that also included the overtime winner last night, if I'm not mistaken. Joseph Gambardella, missing parts of the season up in the NHL, 38 points, 40 games played. Josh Curry, 37 points, 49 games played. Patrick Russell, 30 and 40. Right? Logan Day, a defenseman, 27 points. Like, the AHL is absolutely just roasting anything and everything the NHL thinks it could possibly do. Ethan Bear's got 20 points in 39 games. Caleb Jones has got 21 points in 31 games. Keep in mind how many points he had in the NHL. Dave Gust, you've got Brad Malone, who's currently up in the NHL with 24 points. And that's the list of everybody over 20 points. But then you've got everybody in the mid-range. Ryan Stanton, William Legason, 18 and 17. Keegan Lowe, good, 16. And you know what? This is where it gets really fun. Finally, Kyler Yamamoto is starting to turn it around with the point production. 13 points in 20 games. He's the left winger. Could you imagine getting down there, getting Jesse Puljujärvi onto the farm in the midst of this winning streak? Obviously, the talk is that Jesse Puljujärvi will go down to the AHL if the Oilers are getting home on Tuesday. He'll be there for the next game, so obviously that's probably corresponding to an Andre Sekera roster move. No duh, Tyson. But the thing is, you get Jesse Puljujärvi and Kyler Yamamoto on a line together. See what they can do, because that's the future, right? That's 2 big future wingers for the Edmonton Oilers. Mind you, they might trade one at the deadline. Okay, whatever. I could be out to lunch. I could eat my words. But right now, get Jesse Puljujärvi, Kyler Yamamoto down there in the AHL. I don't care if he's playing with Marudi. I don't care if he's playing with anybody else. Anybody else doing anything. I don't care as long as he is getting his playing time as Jesse Puljujärvi and Kyler Yamamoto. Obviously, Tyler Benson's got to keep developing. Cooper Marodi's got to keep developing. Joseph Gambardella's got to develop into what could be a deadly third-line asset with Jujhar Khaira, and then you just got to find a center. Well, right there you've got Cooper Marody if you decide to keep Draisaitl on, Connor McDavid's wing, and of course have Nuge as the second-line center. So getting to my final point, boys. This is exactly, you've already seen me talk so much about what Jesse Puljujärvi could do down in Bakersfield. Now imagine, Bakersfield is absolutely lighting it up. As I said, a big old 15-game winning streak, get down to the Pacific Division in the AHL, and they lead the division by 5 points. So you know what that means. They're ready for a deep, long playoff run. Now you imagine a deep, long playoff run for Bakersfield with Jesse Puljujärvi, Kailer Yamamoto in tow, but more important, Pool Party himself in tow to go and get the job done. Jesse Puljujärvi, like I said, all he needs is a presence, right? You've got guys like Joseph Gambardella, Patrick Russell, Brad Malone's probably going to be down there for the playoff run. Guys who have been there, done that before, not necessarily in terms of going for a Calder Cup, but you know what I mean? Guys that have been around long enough to say this is how you win hockey games in this league, this is how you win hockey games in general. Let's get it done. Yessa, develop your game, let's go. And you know what? Come time to sign Jesse Puljujärvi, get him for a bargain deal, because we honestly have seen not much out of anything out of him. 37 points in 3 years, that's not going to cut it. And then bring him into camp, and you imagine that confidence, that sky-high confidence, and you play him as many games in the preseason, you play him as many games and as big minutes early on as the roster will allow. And I think Jesse Puljujärvi, just based on going down to Bakersfield and going on a long run to the Calder Cup this year, if possible, based on the way the Bakersfield Condors are going, oh boys, it would not even be funny to see if Jesse Puljujärvi's development could just leaps and bounds in the span of, what, 25 plus a playoff run in the AHL as compared to the rest of the way in the NHL. I'm saying, yes, Puljujärvi in the AHL is the solution here. And honestly, anyone that thinks trading him is the best solution, you're just asking yourself for more heartbreak and pain. Guys, I'm Tyson. This has been Dolynny TV. I'm going to get on cut out of here, and I will catch you guys, as always, in the next one.